Hey guys, very special, very important episode. Today we're talking about chain rings and how you should talk to your children about them. Very important. No one's talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it today. You can see here, we've got 4 different chain rings. 28 tooth, 36 tooth, 42 tooth, and 46 tooth. You can kind of see the difference. They go all the way up to a 48 tooth and a 52 tooth. So just imagine these are getting bigger and bigger. So I just want to explain. People are like, well, what is, what tooth should I get? For most of you guys, it probably doesn't matter. If you go with like a 42 to 48, you're probably fine. Like that's probably going to be fine for most everyday riding. This is a 28 tooth. This is a Lekkie 28 tooth. This is what you want to do if you plan on doing major hill climbs or you want a wheelie machine. This is just, it's changing your gear ratio. So that every time this does 1 revolution, this gear in the back is doing like half a revolution. You're maximizing torque. Your top speed is going to suffer, but your low end is going to be incredible. Whereas this, your low end, you're not going to be doing wheelies and you're not going to be hill climbing nearly as well as something like this. But your top speed is going to be a lot higher. Like you'll be able to do 36 miles an hour with this, where with this, you'll probably be able to do 25 miles an hour. But you will climb any hill with this. This one, you might have to pedal with it or possibly get off your bike. These are just in betweens. They're kind of, you find your Goldilocks. And 52 tooth, that's for high end. That's for top speed. That's not for hill climbing. This is. But this is not for commuting. If you got a road bike, do not get this one. You're going to be winding out. You're going to be pedaling so fast, going 16 miles an hour. So for people at home who are wondering like, which one should I get? You got to ask yourself, what style of riding do you plan on doing the most? If you plan on doing hill climbing, maybe go for like a lower end. If you plan on doing a lot of off-road dirt biking, get a lower tooth one. If you plan on doing a lot more road riding, touring, high speed riding, go for a taller gear. Go for a higher tooth count one. And you know what? I always recommend people, if this is your first one, just go with the stock chain ring that it comes with, and then decide from there if you need more top end or more low end. And then you could switch your front chain ring out from there. I also want to talk about the Lekkie. So these are Lekkies. They do a thing called narrow wide, which means these teeth, this one's wide, this one's narrow, this one's wide. I don't know if you could see that. All that means is that it's gonna grab these grooves in the chain, because these chain grooves are narrow wide. So that just sits in there and it grabs it better. It's like having super glue on your hands, just making it a little bit more tacky. It's just gonna grab that chain a little bit. So if you have problems with your chain popping off all the time, you might wanna think about getting one of these. And another thing too is some of these, like the 42 tooth, and I think the 46 tooth of these, this one is pretty straight, but look at this. Like that one doesn't come in a whole lot, but look at this. That comes in probably 2 centimeters from end to end, which means it's going to bring your chain line in. So if you're having any chain line issues where you need to get your chain line over, you might want to get something like this in a 42 tooth, 46 tooth that moves it over in towards the bike more. And vice versa, if you got something that's too close in and you need to come out, you might want to get something like this that sits more flat. And now these are all for HDs. This is all for the Bafang HD motor. Hopefully you have the guts to talk to your children about this, or just have them watch this video. Stay safe. Later, guys.